Welcome to the NBA Coast to Coast podcast brought to you by thelines.com. Coming to you from the West Coast, Josh Lander, joined by Dave Weitzer. He's on the East Coast. And we are looking at the last game of a 4-game slate here on Tuesday night, the fourth one to kick it off. It will be the Nuggets and the Clips back in Denver. So we'll see, as this is the only one, right? Knotted up 2-2. Best series, as a lot of people predicted here. So we'll keep it going. We have the episodes up for the other 3 games on Tuesday night. So definitely make sure to subscribe to that channel. Don't miss any of the action we're bringing you throughout the rest of these playoffs. Nate, let's go ahead. Jump right into your first look here for the best series going right now.
Yeah, I guess so. Overall, I mean, certainly Game 4 had a fantastic ending, but I like the Clippers to win here. I like the under, and if you like them both, you can use them as a correlation here and get 2-1 or better on your Clippers money line with the under 208. Is if you just look at Denver's results in the playoffs, like all 4 losses to Minnesota in last year's series were unders. All 3 wins were over. It's just the way they want to play, right? Where they want to get into the 120s, and Clippers haven't allowed that, and they've still been able to grind out a couple wins. But I trust the Clippers with an extra day of prep. We talked about the coaching staff advantage here to really make it tough on this offense. And Jokic solved some stuff, but in Game 4, but it was mostly just his individual brilliance. Like, we still didn't see Brown or Murray shoot very well off Jokic's passes. We saw MPJ shoot well, but that's not something to necessarily rely on. And he hurt his shoulder in that game. And if Westbrook returns, I don't know if that's a positive for your offense at all, but I think he's on the wrong side of questionable. In general, I mean, the Clippers defense has just been fantastic, as we know, but I mean, Denver is 16-5 to the under since the 23 finals in the playoffs. They're just a different team that, by the way, has this correlation in the regular season, as we see with plenty of teams. They score 17 fewer in losses. I mean, you can look at also the Clippers just to win this one and then go ahead and win the series, right? Is at plus 172. I just don't think that there's enough around Jokic right now, and I think the Clippers are going to be able to adjust and slow him down enough.
Yeah, I mean, slow him down or not, I just think that this is the team you want to back at the end of the day is the Clips. More ways to be you, less reliant on just one guy. Norm hasn't been unleashed. They still have this guy that was at like 23.5 points per game when Kawhi wasn't around, and they just haven't really even unleashed him. He's still at about the 12 shots per game. The loss here, I mean, even the win in Game 3, their starters only played, 3 quarters. So a lot of them just had some lower stats. I would just say that this could easily be 3-1. There's a world where this is 4-0 already. So I think the Nuggets are playing with house money, and the Clips are still handling business. But let me go ahead and just talk about Jokic. I mean, if you want to take this with the Clips money line, I think you're going to get about 3-1 on your money. But the Jokic plus 125 for a triple-double. And the triple-double is just about the assists for me, right? Like, if it's better odds to take 10-plus assists than the trip-dub, I would take the 10-plus because I'm not worried about the rebounds, and I'm not really worried about the points, like death taxes and 10 and 10 for Nikola Jokic. But it comes down to the dimes, and he had 17 potentials in this last game. It was such a clear-cut Jokic is going to just take over and shoot the ball 35 times game on the road. Doesn't really trust his role players when they're not at home. On the season, had a few slightly better numbers in terms of assists playing away from playing at home rather than away from home, right? Trusts himself to score versus a raucous crowd on the road. Trusts his guys a lot more that when he passes them the ball when they're at home in their own building. So I'm just really going back to this look for him. I do think if you want to take the points for him, you can go that route, but that's usually what it comes down to in the playoffs, right? We've talked about this since they won the chip. Including last year, we were like, well, we just got to figure out, is this going to be a game that Jokic is going to be going off and trying to keep his team in by shooting because he knows he has to? Or is this a game where he can sort of keep facilitating, especially as he continues to get doubled a lot, right? That was the really more impressive thing than anything was he was getting doubled the last 2 games consistently, very, very consistently, and still managed to put up those points in Game 4. And in Game 3, he did come through with another 23 potential assists. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting him to get back up to about 19, 20 potential assists, and then he's been good for about a 65% hit rate or, a successful assist percentage on those potential assists all season.
Yeah. I mean, your words to my ears, because that's part of the reason I like Christian Brown. 12.5 points here is Jokic just setting him up. And certainly if Westbrook does not play, he's going to be that guy that back cut partner that we saw was so successful last time out. I mean, last 5 in the regular season without Russ, we're talking 34 PRA for Brown, who's only at 19.5 is his PRA line here. He's shooting 73% on twos. The last 4 without Michael Porter Jr., who, as I mentioned, is dinged up. 75% on twos. He goes up to 2.5 offensive rebounds per game and plays 43 minutes and 34 PRA as well. So, I mean, there's just not many other supporting cast members at this point to turn to. Certainly, if those guys are out or limited. And Brown has succeeded against LAC because that's the way they guard Jokic, is that they don't respect him from 3. He hasn't hit many threes yet, but potentially that does come home as they come home here to do the Denver Nuggets. But I mean, even if you're not a 3-point shooter, what do? You gotta cut. You gotta keep moving, and so he's been able to have that success. 17 PRA against the Clips this season, because he only played 30 minutes a game. He's up to 40 minutes a game in this series. Again, still struggling from deep, 14% from 3, but he's shooting 71% on his paint touches. So as long as he gets in there, and he was able to grab 3 offensive rebounds last time out, once he gets in there, it's just a high percentage look, and it's usually coming from Jokic's hand.
Yeah, which makes sense. And, I still don't like the assist for CB, but I love the PR if I were going to do a combo for him. He's been definitely getting a ton of those long rebounds, especially. I mean, he is guarding Harden the whole time, and he's still at about like 11 rebound chances, which goes against, the consistent theory that if you're guarding Harden, you're always standing 35 feet from the basket. But this dude's still just like, when Harden's not involved in the play, I do see him just being like, well, he's not going to shoot a catch and shoot shot. So even if I have space left off Harden as the defender on him, I can stand off of him and still get back, because he's not going to catch it and shoot it. He's going to catch it, dribble it at least one time, because he's just so uncomfortable with this catch and shoot, which is such a weird phenomenon for him. But I just to add the points, or add the rebounds to my point. But finally, like, I did think it was weird that dude was just going under all the time on his points like that. There's no way you can just be like, well, Christian Brown's getting locked up by who? By Norm Powell? Like, Norm's a great defender, but when he gets out in transition, Christian Brown's still capable, and maybe the most capable in transition on this team, playing alongside Jokic as well. So let me close it out with Ago, though. I mean, I can't ignore it. He's just an over machine at this point on the boards. 5.5. It's still close to basically like even here if you want that. Minus 104, I believe, on. But it's just him in position consistently. Like Kawhi, it's the guy he's guarding the whole game. You don't want to leave Kawhi ever, but he isn't necessarily just glued to him. And where Kawhi is on the court isn't where James Harden is. It's not where Chris Dunn is. It's like in the mid-range, right? It's standing sort of on the extended wing, taking up that space, or it's right at the top of the foul line and hoping to get the ball right there. Although that's not what he's been trying in this series. He loves to get the ball at the foul line with his back to the basket against smaller guys. Not really getting it there against Ago. But the point is the positioning for Ago more than anything. And he's just playing like a madman, dude. We kind of joked about it on the episode yesterday where like whoever it was saved James Harden's life as Aaron Gordon started to go at him. That's been the intensity that this dude has had from the jump, getting in multiple scuffles. If there was a care factor award, I would be giving it to him for sure, especially with Russ sort of being that guy that they're not really looking to at this point. It does seem like even his questionable tag feels like it's a questionable tag because they don't really want Russ in there for 25 minutes anymore. That's kind of the vibe of what I'm getting from Russ. And that does lead to the need for a few more rebounds from Ago. As we've seen, obviously, Jokic and Zubac is beating the absolute daylight out of each other as they've done all their careers when they go up against each other. And that does leave at least one guy that needs to get there. I would like MPJ in this situation. He's such a great garbage rebounder guy, right? Where he's like, oh, nobody's around. Sweet. Let me pat those stats and just get this rebound because I can jump super high and I'm 6'10". But we also, I can't really rely on his minutes that much at this point. I don't feel as confident that if he doesn't have it going on offense, that Adelman is going to keep him out there for the entirety of that game. So that's the reason I trust Ago more on the boards.
This is the third straight time you've taken this, right? 5.5 rebounds, and it hasn't budged. Granted, he would not have gotten it if not for the miracle putback there in Game 4. But the opportunities are there. We're looking at like 42 plus minutes for Aaron Gordon. Like a absolutely mirror Kawhi, play as much as he possibly can here in a must-have game. So you definitely have the opportunities, the rebound chances.
Yeah, and if he didn't get that last one, he would have had 5 rebounds on 12 rebound chances instead of 13 rebound chances that he got at the end there. And that ball, his hand was off the ball. I could not have been closer. I cannot stress that enough. There's one angle that you need to look at if you haven't seen it, and it's very clear that his hand was off the ball with time still on the clock. So that is all the time we have for you in the final game of the night, but we have an episode up for all 4 games. So make sure to subscribe to that channel. Don't miss any of the action and insights that we are bringing you here throughout the rest of these playoffs. Till we see y'all next. Happy betting.